No, I didn't make as much money as you'd think fighting Floyd.
Did you get paid from that?
He still owes me $1.5 million. Maybe more.
How does he owe you the money? Why don't you just like...
Here's what happened. He pre-sold the fight using my likeness to some company in, I think, Dubai or like the Middle East. This is my understanding of it, for $10 million cash. We ended up doing the fight in the States with a different company. That is the company that put on the fight. That is the company that paid. But he sold our fight with my name and likeness to someone else in Dubai for $10 million cash. It's our fight, bro. Our deal was 15%. He smoked me. So I got 15% of it. 15% of $10 million is $1.5 million. That company that paid him that money is suing him. I actually don't know the status on that lawsuit. I should check in because he still owes me money, but he has a bunch of legal trouble at the moment that I don't think I'm ever getting the money.
Alrighty then, I got the 411 on Logan Paul. So somebody seen my video and spit the good words to me. So Logan Paul, I'll put the clip in there again. He went on a podcast and he divulged some information about some people that's suing Floyd Mayweather, right? So, if you don't see the clip or don't understand the clip, let me let you know what he pretty much saying. So he said Floyd sold the fight twice. If you don't understand or see the original video, he said him and Bob Arum, I'll get to this part, not Bob, but he sold the fight to some Saudis for $10 million. He was supposed to get 15%, 1.5, right? So I don't know the inner workings of the deal, what was the back end, but he said he never got that 1.5, right? 15% of the 10 million, I think he said it was. So he said then they end up selling the fight over to some people in the US. So they double sold the fight, right? So for the most part, I already assumed this, and this is all allegedly, I already assumed this when I talked about it in the original video. I told you guys that that's probably why Floyd was stuck up over there in Saudi, right? So apparently, allegedly, it wasn't Floyd that did that to Logan Paul. And to my awareness, allegedly Logan Paul knew that, right? And maybe Logan Paul probably signed a non-disclosure agreement. That's what I'm guessing. Maybe he signed a non-disclosure agreement where he can't speak about Al Haymon, okay? But allegedly, Al Haymon was the one that did this. He double sold the fight with Logan Paul. He sold it to the Saudis for $10 million. Allegedly, he pocketed that $10 million that Floyd and Logan Paul was supposed to split. 1.5, according to Logan, all this allegedly going to Logan, and the other 8.5 going to Floyd. Apparently, Al Haymon took that 10, allegedly kept it, and then he put the fight on in the United States. Now, slow it down a little bit. Don't forget, they were getting sued also for that fight for having buyers buy the tickets up and resell them, and they promised them a profit that, I don't know what happened with the lawsuit. They were saying that they was promised if they bought these tickets, they was going to get a return on their money. They never got an ROI on their money. You know what I'm saying? So they never got an ROI on their investment. So remember that. So now we knew that was public. I'm not even sure if they ever got their money. The Saudis got fucked over their money. And then apparently, when Floyd went over to the UAE or Saudi Arabia, same area, same place, they held them up because they like, okay, dude, where our $10 million at? We paid for the fight. We didn't get to put the fight on. Where's our $10 million at? And allegedly, Al put him in a bad way. Allegedly, Al put him in a bad way. Al ran off with the bread. So not only were they suing Al for not getting their money on buying the tickets, apparently he double booked the fight and ran off with the money. And now y'all starting to see what I was telling y'all, man. Anytime somebody get ran out of an industry that he got ran out of in the music industry, he didn't change his ways, bro. Some motherfuckers just crooked, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? So he's saying it was Floyd, but it wasn't Floyd. Everything allegedly went through Al Haymon. Everything went through Al Haymon. Everything went through Al Haymon. So it's a messed up situation, respectfully, and really Logan Paul probably can't say what really happened because he signed that non-disclosure agreement, or he signed something to say he couldn't talk about Al publicly. And like I said before, somebody, and according to Luis Arias, he did an interview in the Boxing Voice some years ago, and he said when Al came in and bought them all suits at the Mayweather boxing gym, but when he came in, they had to cover the windows up. He had them cover the windows up of the gym, and he didn't want to be seen. Anybody moving like that crooked. And they said they haven't still seen that man since Crawford defeated Errol Spence. But Crawford made sure he got all his money. And what he did was he fucked everybody. So you think if he was messing over Floyd Mayweather, right? If he was messing over Floyd, if he was messing over Floyd, what was he doing to Errol and them? All of a sudden you see Jamel Charlo coming back crying about some bread. He want to fight out the blue. He probably didn't get all his fucking money. I don't know this for a fact. I'm just assuming, allegedly. He probably didn't get all his motherfucking fetty. It's a crazy world, brother. All of a sudden you see Errol after 3 years coming back. Probably don't even want to come back. Tony Harrison trying to get a fight. Man, if he did that to Floyd, if he did that to brother Floyd, imagine what he did to the rest of them dudes, bro. If he did that to brother Floyd, imagine what he did to the rest of them dudes, bro. Imagine. This was his man. This was his man, right hand to left hand, 100 grand Sam. This is the dude that got him all his business into the boxing. And you took this dude and you robbed the dude who was responsible for your rebirth into another business. You got ran out the music industry. He put you in a position to get Berto, to get Danny Jacobs to start you out, to get the Earls, to get the Keefs, to get the Tanks. He put you in position. He fucked over Oscar. He fucked over Floyd. He fucked over Deontay. That's why this nigga still gotta fight. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got fucked over. And I always tell y'all, if somebody coming in throwing a bunch of money around, man, hey man, do your background on them, dog. Do your background on them. You as a man, you can't afford not to know where the money coming from, who it's coming from, what's the background on them. All money ain't good money. Oh, you hearing people saying the Saudis throwing money. Oh, I didn't even negotiate. Okay. Take that money, you gonna be mad as hell. What come with it? I'm telling y'all, man, a lot of this shit is worse than blood money. This devil money they throwing around. Start background and checking these people before you show up to Saudi. You show up to this place, to that place. Man, I'm telling y'all, man. Telling y'all, bro. It's a crazy world. And what do you do? Woo them and finesse them. And why not? It's easy to finesse niggas in the music industry, and it's easy to finesse dudes in the sports industry. It's easy to finesse them out their bread, and it's a damn shame. And they probably like, oh, this is a good brother right here. And they'll blame Bob. Bob did this and Don did that. No. This nigga was worse. This dude was worse. What he did, allegedly did to Waddle and Reed, what he did in the music industry, what he did to Floyd, what he did just in the Floyd and the Logan Paul fight. Look what he did. And Floyd got caught up in that shit. Imagine Floyd, Floyd probably couldn't call him for that $10 million. Floyd probably wasn't even aware of it, to be real. Logan probably, when they probably called Logan like, yo, we ain't put the fight on. Where that 1.5 at? You got. And Logan like, I never received the 1.5. Logan white ass know better than go over there. Floyd probably wasn't even aware of what happened. Because if he was, he never would have went over there. He never would have went over there. If he knew what was going on, man, Al really, really, really messed him over, bro. Because they could have killed that motherfucker over there. Word to the mother, son. They could have killed him. So, damn, you had your man, you know, you did real business with 10. And they like, we want the 10 now. He probably had to get that 10, liquidate that 10. And that nigga probably got the bank alert. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, man, you can't afford not to know as a man, bro. I'm just telling you, you can't be like women. I don't care where the money come from. Dude, you can't afford not to know. We not afforded that luxury. We got to know. Because ain't no grace for us. Ain't no grace. Ain't no bow your head and nigga, you get grace. Nah. Ain't none of that, homeboy. Ain't none of that. We don't afford that luxury. We got to know everything. Yeah, and these niggas just taking the money. Don't even know they taking blood money with the spirits and what evil come with that money that you taking. They don't even understand it, bruh. They can't even compute it. They can't even calculate it. They can't even add it up. Shout out my nigga Gucci. That's what I be speaking on, bro. That's what I be speaking on, man. We can't afford this man not to know. We must know. Women we dealing with, where the money we get coming from, we can't afford not to know, bro. And that's real, bro. We can't afford not to know. So if you gotta know, you gotta do your research, you gotta background check these dudes, you know, you gotta watch the handshake and watch the smile and know the energy, bro. But hey, hit the link in the description. You know, say find me everywhere. It's the link tree. It's the first link. People say, well, how can I find the Patreon? How can I DM you? Dog, hit the link tree, the description. They done made it difficult, but you'll figure it out. Hit the link tree. It'll send you everywhere. Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, the whole 9. Peace.